Welcome to NFL Picks Are In. This is the weekly podcast show where local clueless men try to make predictions about the NFL. Welcome your two hosts, Zach and Ryan.
Welcome to another brand new episode of NFL Picks Are In. My name is Zach, and once again, I'm joined by my co-host, the one, the only, the beautiful Ryan Barbieri.
Zachariah, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing so good. I just want to start and give myself a little plug. I've got into vintage sports cards, primarily football.
Whoa.
And you can check me out. If you're watching on the video, you'll see that I have a whole box of premium edition football player photo cards from Fleer 1990. All right. And
That
I'm
must
going
have
to be
cost a lot.
opening those on TikTok. Follow me at Zazumon. Also going to do Pokemon. I also have a bunch of these baseball 1990 baseball cards. These have gum in them, and I'm gonna eat that live on TikTok. Okay.
I can't wait.
And this is, if I get 1,000 likes on a video, I'm gonna open this pack of vintage wrestling cards.
Whoa, WCW.
Yeah.
Where'd those come from?
This is just my special pack that I got from my hookups. I got them from my boy Sasquatch Rips. Follow him on TikTok. Also, my boy Josh Deeds on TikTok, who if you join his live, he gets free cards. I'm just plugging everyone. And I joined his live this weekend, and I got free Pokemon cards because
Wow.
Josh Deeds is our boy. So he does breaks. I'm getting into breaks. Sasquatch Rips gets into breaks. Our boy Panda Rips gets into breaks. So I'm just joining the break squad on TikTok. Okay.
What are breaks?
It's like you break open a pack.
I gotcha.
So you'd be like, let's do a break right now. Let's just fricking do it. So what's up, guys? We're doing a break right now. You check up our YouTube to see what's going on. I'll explain it for our audio medium. These packs are like plastic. They're not like, they didn't invent foil until 1995. So these are plastic packs. Oh, let's check it out. These are like, some are upside down and some are not the right way. So we got Jay Schreider, who's a quarterback. Have you heard of him?
Hall of Famer.
Banks, linebacker.
Hall of Famer.
Merrill Hodge.
Merrill Hodge.
Anderson on the Rams.
Another Hall of Famer.
He seems
Another
good.
Hall of Famer.
We got Thurman Thomas.
A classic Hall of Famer.
Bills. Felix Wright.
CFL Hall of Famer.
CFL Derek Thomas.
Don't know that guy.
John Taylor. See, I don't know if
Super
it's just
Bowl MVP.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just a common name, John Taylor, but it's like, oh, I feel like I know him. Johnny Myers, Wilbur Marshall,
second ballot,
David Fulcher,
first ballot,
David Treadwell, and
Hall of Famer,
Bert Grossman.
That guy's a bum.
Donald Thomas,
Wayne Gretzky.
Wow, Jeff George. NFL draft choice. No, number one NFL draft choice. I wonder if Jeff George did anything. He was drafted first overall in 1990.
No, he did no.
That
guy peaked in high school.
Right. All right. Well, so anyways, if you know any of those people, I don't know, do whatever you want. So that's my plug for myself. Thanks for listening. What do you think? You want to get into vintage football cards with me?
I think you have that market cornered. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's
a small market, and I got
your big gatekeeper. Yeah.
Of it. All right. Well, let's get into some picks. Thursday night football. We got the Las Vegas Rams at the the Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Rams. Raiders favored by 5.5 points.
You know what? I mean, it feels good, but at the same time, terrible because my execution with the Raiders has just got me all chopped up. Like this year, we came in early this year. Like, I think the Raiders going to be okay. I think they're going to figure it out. They always start well. And then I went with them a lot. I went with them 7 times and I've gone against them 5 times. As you know, their record is 5-7.
Wow.
And that's kind of, and that's kind of what we're looking at. Like, I do feel like they're coming to their own. They're actually figured their stuff out. They've kind of steadied the ship a bit and they're starting their set. So there's no way you can go Rams. Rams are done for the year. Give me the Raiders. And
Yeah.
I think they're going to be okay. How do you feel about the Raiders?
I mean, they got some fight in them. Devontae Adams is just a beast. Like, he's so good. If he had any other better quarterback, the guy would just be undisputably offensive player of the year, I think.
Carr's not bad.
He's not bad, but I'm just saying, he's such a good receiver that if he had someone that was doesn't even have to be elite, just solid, really good, he would just be off the charts. Yeah, I mean, the last week or 2 weeks ago, Josh Jacobs just went off, they got a running game, they got passing game. But I don't think the question here is about the Raiders. I think the question here is about the Rams.
Mm-hmm. What's the question?
And the answer is they're done. So it doesn't really matter who they're playing. I honestly don't think you could pick the Rams for the rest of the year. Now, they did just pick off someone off the waiver wires. And
Who?
Baker Mayfield coming in to just save them. He's ready. I hope Baker feels good about getting picked off the waiver wire. I don't remember the last time someone got picked up off the waiver wire. It feels like that never happens in the NFL. A team drops you and then you go to free agency.
That's true. That was
so it's
nah.
Yeah, if you're getting dropped by a team, it's yeah, no one else really wants you.
Right.
But to be picked up off the waiver wire, I feel like if he dropped down to 49ers, he might have got picked up by them too. So it's Baker, bring your RV over to LA, baby. Wolford and Perkins want to just party in the RV. So
fair point.
Yeah.
Quick question for you. Which week next year do you think you're going to pick the Rams to win a game?
Pretty early on. I feel like they'll have a good bounce back. I mean, AD's out probably for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Cup's out. Stafford's out. So if you start those 3 guys week 1, they're already in a pretty good spot. Now, yeah. So I could see myself within the first 3 weeks, depending on the matchup, easily picking the Rams.
I think I'm not going to pick them for the first month.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not going to see after what I've seen, even before everyone was hurt.
Yeah.
It was not good.
No,
it was bad. And I just think there's going to be less interest, less urgency. So, but anyway, that's for next year. Lock in the Raiders.
Yeah.
That's it.
Raiders, lock it in. Not to go into it, but the scariest thing is when McVay retires. I'll be this team's going to fall apart. Okay, Sunday morning, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Look at this line. Steelers favored by 2.5 points.
Right. Because is that Lamar not playing?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think so. Although, I don't know. We'll see.
Unless Lamar Jr., man. He moves like him. I'm going Baltimore here. I don't care. I'm not picking
I've
the
been,
Steelers.
here's the thing. I'll give you this one. I've been fading the Steelers this entire way up, and I just keep getting run over. So I'm gonna fold my hand. I'll admit defeat. I'll pick the Steelers, and this is where they zag. This is where they fall apart. So I'll give you the point. I'll go Steelers.
Wow. Well, it doesn't really matter at this point, does it?
Okay, easy, easy. I mean, in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to pick the Steelers. Like, Lamar does put the team on his back, but I think Huntley's a serviceable quarterback. It's like when you're comparing like Lamar Jackson, who's awesome, he's just running the ball. But I think, they have a good backfield, and hopefully coaching staff can pivot into play calling to use Gus Edwards, to use Drake, and use their running backs. And Huntley can still run the ball, which is cool. So they can use still some of the like same plays. But if the offensive calling is able to pivot and utilize all their players, then I think there'll still be a solid team. So that's
Okay. Fair.
how excited are you to watch this game?
On a scale of 1 to watching lacrosse, probably watching equestrian.
Right. And honestly, that's the right answer. Like that's why we do the podcast together. That's why we've been partners in this for over 4 years, is because we're on the same wavelength.
Obviously.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, Minnesota Vikings at Detroit Lions. And Lions favored by 2.5 points.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
What is this line?
What fraudulent Vegas bookie are you using for these lines?
This is the official. Let me check another source for this line. But I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, that's the line, man.
How much money is on Detroit? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, question for you. Is Jared Goff the best quarterback in the league right now?
Yeah, he's probably the best at no, I was gonna say he's probably the best at Warzone, but he's not. Like, he's not even the best at Warzone.
Oh, yeah, 340 yards, 2 tutties last week. So the momentum, the myth, the legend continues to grow about Jared Goff, and how good the Rams would look if they had him. I don't know.
But we forgot one thing, that this is a 1 p.m. game for Kirk. And he's feeling he's feeling dangerous.
What do you think, Zach? Who do you got?
I got Vikings all the way here, because I say this every week. People are bored of it now. Yeah, Detroit's gonna come out with some points, but yeah, Minnesota will be behind at the start of the fourth quarter, but they're gonna blow it with 4 minutes left. This is perfect. This is perfect situation for that. Where you're like, are the Lions gonna beat Minnesota? What is happening here? And then Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Hawkinson, Kirk, gonna light it up. No matter how much time is on the board, that squad can run it down and get any amount of touchdowns in the final 2 minutes. Bang, bang, boom. Lock it in.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, they did beat the Jets, albeit they hung on for dear life there. The Jets are a decent team. I mean, you can't rule that out. But I'm just gonna go Detroit. I'm gonna ride with my boy, Mr. G Goff, and or Jay Goff, I should say, and see what happens.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, Lions put up 40 points against Jaguars, but it's not saying a lot. I'm just fading Detroit all the way to the end.
Stay true, man. Stay true.
Jacksonville at Tennessee Titans. The Titans, my liege, are favored by 3.5 points.
Titans all the way, man. Like you're not going Jaguars after last week. Titans, yeah, they're a bad team too, but at least they got. We say this every week. Rabel, he'll coach them up. They'll be fine. They run the ball. Jacksonville, you can beat yourself. See you later.
Yeah, I mean, Titans put up a little bit of a fight against the Eagles, but I mean, the Eagles are the Eagles. They're the best team in the league, undisputed, right?
Wow, I can't believe you just said that.
I've always been a huge Eagles guy. Philly all the way.
Day one, Eagles, man.
Dude, honestly, before Philly was even a place, I was cheering for them. Yeah, you can't really go Jacksonville here.
No.
Okay, next one. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants, and we got the Philly Eagles favored by 6.5 points.
Give me the Eagles, man. What else is there to say?
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did any bit of you enjoy seeing the Giants and the Commanders play?
I mean, I do ride for the commies a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why that's happened, but I'm in on the Heineke and Rivera there. But Giants, like I said last week, it's the Pats fan in me. I can't stand them. So it's very fitting and ended in a tie. That makes a lot of sense to me, but a bit of agony. What did you think of it?
I felt like it's one of the better matchups of the week. Like I thought last week, it's like, oh, we finally have some evenly matched teams. Giants, Commanders, they're both like solid now. They've actually earned a little bit of respect. And for them to be playing each other, like I feel like that was a good matchup. I was like, this is an interesting game.
It's like our NFC East is all grown up, you know?
Yeah, wow. I'm so proud. I never thought we'd see the name.
Honestly.
The funniest thing in NFL is to watch two teams walk out onto the field to shake hands after a tie.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the most awkward and funniest thing to just watch because both teams are like, because you know your place. If you won, you're like, hell yeah. Now I'm gonna go congratulate my boys. They put up a good fight, but I feel good. And if you lost, you're like, fuck this shit. Like you're walking out, but you're received with that kind of like, hey, good job, man. You put it up. Like, we'll go get them. We'll see you in the playoffs. Like, okay, I feel shitty about myself, but then like, how do you walk out like good match? Good game.
Yeah, we both kind of suck, don't we?
Right.
It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Both teams are coming out with the same energy. That's the weirdest thing ever. It's like, what do you do with that? I don't even know. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, this is weird.
That's a good point.
All right. I just want to keep talking about that because I find it so fascinating. Like you just walk out. Like, what do you say? You're the coach. Go up to the other coach. What do you say in a tie?
Yeah. Hey, tough one, eh? Yeah.
Like, good. I don't even want to say good game. It's just
it's almost like two neighbors just seeing each other. Like, hey, how's it going, Ron? Hey, Vern.
I feel like both teams' attitude would be like, well, we have to have some viewpoint or passion or like put our energy, maybe positive, negative, towards something. So the most logical thing would be like, screw these rules, eh? Yeah, screw these rules. Like, it sucks that the NFL made us tie. Like, that seems like the most natural thing that you should like say is like, I hate these rules. Yeah, I hate them too. It's like, okay,
it's Roger's fault.
Yeah, like, okay. Anyways, what if there's ties in the Super Bowl? If they allowed ties in the Super Bowl, how many Super Bowls would end in a tie? Would have ended in a tie?
Well, I think there's only one. Is that only one overtime in Super Bowl history? Is that correct? Is that the Pats?
I don't
Falcons?
know. That's great. I want to know that, but that's crazy.
Guess we'll never know.
No way to ever find out. Okay, next game here. We got the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. Bills favored by 9.5 points.
Wow, that's some disrespect to the feisty and Fuego Jets.
Yeah.
Like, Jets are
that's-
decent. They are decent. And
Honestly,
I would go ahead.
no, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
How dare you? I was just gonna say the points, those are tempting.
Right.
That's a juicy bet.
Yeah. I like that juicy bet as well. Honestly, if I didn't see the spread before I saw the spread,
Mhm.
I was thinking about picking the Jets here
Mm.
because I had my hot take that is the Patriots' time to be top of the division over. Well, it's obviously over, but
Yeah,
is it?
hot
But
take.
are they gonna go to the bottom? Like, Bill, let's go Miami, Buffalo, Jets, Patriots for the next 5 years. Like, is that going to
Mm.
be the average standings? And
Yeah.
and I was like, and so Jets, it's like, okay, they got some fight in them. Maybe they'll beat Bills too. Like, and it's a divisional game. We say it all the time. Easily could pull out a win here. Honestly, put your life savings on this spread. Jets. This seems
I'm
like a
in.
no-brainer.
$20. Done.
Hashtag this is financial advice. But I'll pick Bills here.
Yeah, I mean, I want to pick both of our hearts. We gotta go. We're picking Jets with our hearts, but
Mhm.
I mean that can't fade the Bills here. I mean, even though they are looking like just a tad shaky, like not very confidence inspiring, 100% of the way, but they're fine. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
So I'll go Bills, but hope they lose.
Like listen, like, so we got Bills Pats.
Uh-huh.
I guess that's never mind. I was gonna do
Pat-
some like never mind. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Not accepted.
I'm sorry for that outburst. Yeah, I definitely don't feel solid about the Buffaloes.
Mm,
But
yeah,
lock them in.
no. Yeah, lock it in.
Okay, Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals favored by 5.5 points.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. Do you think Deshaun's gonna be good? Not in
No,
this game, but over the next
no,
2-3 years.
no. He's not. He's not going to be. I don't see him being a starter quarterback
Starter.
in. He will not be a starting quarterback within the next 3 years.
Wow. Bold take.
I don't think so. Very
Why is
normal
that?
for me. I just think it's hard to come back from things like that.
Mm.
It's especially that much time not playing. Like, how many players have you seen that have taken a personal leave of absence or like not seen the
Suspension.
a suspension or any other leave from the field for basically a year plus
Mhm.
and come back and been memorable? Not even good or elite, just memorable.
Well, I mean, you could also say, is there any difference between a suspension and like an injury? Like an ACL? Come back?
But I think there's
Arguably worse.
yeah, but I think it's mental. It's in the head.
Mm.
I think
Mm.
it's really hard to mentally come back from
Yeah,
stuff like that
he looks weak.
because I think there's something about if it weren't for my leg right now, I'd be out on the field. And now I'm putting all my effort to get my leg better. Right? They're in the but I don't think Deshaun was using all of his energy to keep up his physical mental status. And he was just like, I'm sure he was on phone calls. I don't even know what was going on, but sure he was spending a lot of mental energy on the situation at hand. And I just
Mm.
think that's tough. I think
Or
that's
what
really
if or what if now he's free? The burden is gone. His secret is out. Everyone knows.
I think
And
people
now he's
calling you,
loose.
I think people calling you a scumbag on the internet isn't feel good.
Well, you said last week people forget it's over. He's back in the rotation.
People forget, but it's really hard for us. It's really hard. I'm pointing to my brain.
Very
It's
good.
really hard for us to not think about what people think about us.
Mm,
You look on YouTube,
Fair
like
play.
people like who are YouTubers. It's like people just put little comments that don't mean anything. Your video sucks, and it just wrecks their life. Like,
Are you talking
all
from
that,
experience?
yeah. Can you guys just stop commenting how bad this is, please? I think about it all week. Honestly,
Call
I-
yourself a YouTuber.
I empathize with Deshaun, man. I go through a lot of hardship. No, but I
You
don't
should
know.
probably scrub that from the internet. I sympathize with Deshaun.
But I also don't see like him making Cleveland oh, my headphones came out. Sorry. I also don't see him making Cleveland like a playoff contending team.
Right.
So like that's the first feat. And then like if they're not contending in the playoffs in 3 years from now, I think they'll start looking at like, well, Deshaun, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So let's like start changing things. Yeah. So I just don't see very many narratives where he comes out on top here.
Right. Right. Yeah. I think you also could have instead of going through all that, you could have just said because he's a Cleveland Brown.
Right.
Like, like I could have summarized it all. And like hey dude, you're a Cleveland Brown, you're screwed. You're out in 24 months. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, that's or yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. We're both going Cincinnati here, I'm
Yes,
assuming.
sir.
Okay. Next, Houston Texans at the Dallas Cowboys. Biggest spread of the year here, 16.5 points.
Whoa. Can you name 3 players on the Texans?
Kenny Pickett, Deshaun Watson,
Tom Brady.
and JJ Watt.
Right. And Matt Schwab. There's just nothing going on down there.
Is Brandon Cooks on there? Or is he
Yeah, he should be a Texan.
He should be. He should be a Texan.
Should be.
Do you know the Texans are the newest NFL team franchise? They're the newest franchise in the NFL.
Yeah, I think I knew that.
So that's all we want to say about that game.
Yeah, so always fade that. That's a quick stat. Always fade the newest franchise in the NFL.
Right.
Always do it.
Only in NFL. In other sports, you should actually bet for the newest franchise, apparently. So
True.
Do you, I guess here's the question. You take the over on that line?
That's a lot.
16.5.
I don't
Like
think you
3 scores.
could. Like, why would you? Like, that's just almost like a stay away.
Right.
Because there's so much like garbage time, just like Dallas lets off the gas, Texans get some cheap touchdowns late. Next thing you know, Dallas wins by 14. And it's like, oh, that's not great. So yeah, it's not good. How good do you think Dallas is? Like, how far do you think they go?
I think they lose first round of playoffs.
First round, in classic Dallas fashion.
Yeah, I mean, I think my only question is first or second round.
Right. Traditionally, they always lose in the second round. Always.
Yeah, maybe they make it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're amazing.
Yeah, I think they're pretty solid. I'm just a little worried about Dak.
Yeah, those
He's
hips
like,
don't lie.
yeah, it's like, you throw some problems out there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, we'll see. But I think second round honestly seems all right.
Yeah. Well, good luck, Dallas. This is Battle of Texas right here.
Amen, brother. Battle of the oil fields.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, Kansas City. Oh, wow, these are okay. What is the spread? So we got Kansas City at Denver Broncos. Kansas
Mhm.
City favored by 8.5 points.
The fact that it's not 30 is disrespectful.
Yeah. This should be a bigger. If I looked at these two games, I'd say Kansas City Chiefs against Broncos should be a bigger line than than Houston at Dallas.
I mean, I guess to be fair, Denver just grinds the game to a halt and makes it boring for everyone. And then you like fall asleep and then you wake up
Yeah.
like 2 quarters later. You're like, oh, it's 14-9. Sick.
Right.
So
And
I get
Kansas City usually plays to the level of their competitor.
it's true until like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
like,
Mahomes like, what am I doing? Oh, okay.
all right, Kelsey, how many touchdowns do we need? Last drive. How many
Right.
touchdowns do we need? Okay, let's get 3 touchdowns this drive. And then like, wait, what? How do we do that? And he's like, I'll show you.
right.
Like, okay.
Yeah, honestly. So obviously you're going KC here. Nothing like I'm actually just still perplexed at Denver. Like, I still don't know how they're this bad. But here we are.
What's your take on Bengals beating the Chiefs? Does that bring your Bengals stock up or your Chiefs stock down on that one?
I think Cincinnati up a little bit because they've been tracking the past little bit. They get Chase back, or they got him back, and now I wanted to see them play against like a good team, a solid team, and let's see what you can do. And the fact that it was close was like good enough for me, but they won. Great. So buying Cincinnati. They've really turned it around because coming into the year, we thought, okay, Cincinnati got better in the offseason. I think they're going to be taking another step. And then here we go. And then they fell so flat on their face to open the year. And it was like, oh, Cincy, what is going on? But it's good. They somehow like turn the ship. And does it seem surprisingly they're 8-4?
Yeah, that's like I would have thought they lost the first 5 games and then struggled through the rest. But yeah, good for them. They won the Super Bowl hangover race by a landslide.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you think of the Cincinnati Bengals?
It doesn't. It's like one of those Chiefs things that you're like, well, obviously the Chiefs aren't going to have a perfect record. So whenever they have a couple losses, it's almost like I just dismiss it in my mind. It's like, yeah, well, they just randomly picked, 5 games to lose. So
right,
it's just one of them.
Yeah, I had to like throw them off the scent, right? Couldn't look suspicious. So, we lost us. Oops. Threw interception.
Like, cool.
Oops.
That's fine. Yeah. And then it almost makes me like not think about who the other team was. Like it could have been the Jets here or like
totally
like anyone really, like Seattle Jets. It's like they're a solid team. I don't think they'd beat KC, but one of them's going to beat them this year just because. So I almost want to put Bengals in that category a little bit of like, yeah, they're solid, but it doesn't really, I don't want to buy them anymore because I think they're better than the Chiefs.
Good point. I like that though. Yeah. Insert random 3-4 teams here for a loss.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, next game, Tampa Bay at San Francisco. San Fran favored by 3.5 points.
Zach, I'm sorry about your San Fran. I don't want to say I called it, but hey, here we are. An injury on San Fran yet again.
But
Jimmy G, Gunskis.
Yeah, but it don't matter. he was the only replaceable piece. He's not part of the roster.
Okay.
They got McCaffrey can throw touchdowns. Debo can throw touchdowns. Dude, they already got 2 other quarterbacks that were playing on the field.
2 QB1s. I like it.
They could have played 10 men and they would have been okay. Like, beat Dolphins heavily, 33-17.
Yeah, hey, tough day for your Fins. Tough day.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is Brady gonna win another Super Bowl?
You seem convinced. I mean, you're on this theory that he's going to play the Seahawks and he's going to play some other weak NFC team. But is he going to make the playoffs?
Well, he's going to right now, isn't he?
Yeah, right now they're in first.
Yeah, so.
But it took a miracle that they won last game.
But isn't that like, to me, I see that of like Brady's still Brady. Like,
right. It's just written in destiny, right? It's like this. Like the Saints could have tried anything, and the wind would have took the football and like took it back that way. That makes sense.
Like, they're gonna make playoffs, and like you put Brady in the playoffs. I feel like we're still talking about Brady in the playoffs. Like, it's only 4 games.
That's true. That's true. It's either gonna be like he overcomes this like really awful personal year for him, and he wins, or he just burns out just disgracefully as a cherry on top of the year. It's one of the two. There's no like, oh, you know what? He played okay. He played good. Oh, they didn't have it, but it's either one of the two. It's either total flame out or, like you said, Super Bowl victory.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. It's like it has to be one of those narratives. And I mean, I live my life like this. History dictates future. And so if I were to look at history and use that as an indicator for the future, I would say Brady's getting a ring, baby. Like, there's no other option. I mean, but there's the argument, if history dictates future, Brady's had a shit year, and what would make it a good year is him breaking his femur in the second round playoffs.
Oh, just the worst possible thing. That's honestly going to happen. Oh my! He can't play next year. He can't play ever again because he's
done.
He's got old man bones.
And with always the option of like, he was on a pretty good run. Maybe he could have had the bowl if he didn't break his femur.
Wow. His femur. Oh man, that's gonna suck, eh?
Yeah. Who's gonna do it too? It's gonna be like a legit, like the end. Like, anyways, I can't think of who they'd play first round potentially, but
yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna lock in San Fran. I mean, I'll give Shanahan a couple weeks to mix it up, but after that I think the clock is on for another injury. I just think time's ticking. Is it gonna be McCaffrey? Is it gonna be Debo? Is it gonna be someone on their defense? Probably 2 of 3. So I'll go San Fran now. I'll get it while I can, because Tampa Bay looks not good.
Yeah, I'm a big San Fran guy. I honestly feel a little bit responsible for Jimmy G's injury, and I just want to publicly apologize, because in one of my fantasy leagues, I needed a quarterback. I went on the waiver wire.
Such an asshole.
I picked up Jimmy G, and I started him, and I feel like I am cursed, and him getting hurt, giving me 2 points. I apologize for that. But I'm in such a lucky league that Jimmy G got hurt, and then my opponent says, I'll see an injured Jimmy G and I'll raise you an injured Lamar Jackson. And I won.
So. Hey, congratulations. Yeah, man, poor Jimmy G. He just keeps getting hurt and hurt. It's a good thing he's handsome.
That's good. Exactly right. He's got such a long career in modeling. Not even in sports. I don't see
no,
him
no,
as
no,
no.
no.
Like not
So,
announcing or coaching. It's like he's gonna be acting. 2025. He'll be on the face of a movie poster.
Okay, I'll take that bet.
How about what would be so good, a Hallmark movie?
He kind of has to look.
Yeah, and
I'm
he
into that.
he definitely has the acting skills. The only question is he too good of an actor? We know he's good enough for a Hallmark movie. How good would that
Wow.
be?
Wow,
Like,
they should do that. I
yeah,
think
Jimmy G,
you should tell them that.
a cool mill to be in a Hallmark movie. Like, it's like, what is it, 6 weeks of filming? Like, come on.
Yeah, how much do those people get paid? There's no way they get paid a mil. They probably get paid like 40 grand.
I think they could scrape together 500 for Jimmy G. I think it'd be enough of a pull where it's like
Superstar budget.
Netflix could promote the crap out of that thing. It's like we got the Hallmark movie for 2025 right here. And
That's
it's
true.
gonna be Jimmy
That's true.
G.
If Tom Brady didn't hate Jimmy G, I feel like that'd be a good little like Netflix combo right there. Jimmy G,
Oh,
Tom Brady.
oh yeah, he could
Netflix.
be the dick boyfriend that the girl leaves.
Yeah.
Or I guess he could be the girlfriend's dad, probably. He's getting
No,
old.
TB12 ain't taking that. He's single now.
Right. But he definitely would have to be the evil antagonist in the movie.
Fair point.
He rolls up in like a Ferrari. What's up, babe? Get in.
What's up, nerds? Throw a football at Jimmy G.
Yeah. I just bought some crypto and be like a little wink, but it's like far enough in advance that it's like we're fine. We can laugh at it.
Right. It's been 7 years, right?
Yeah, like it'll be good. All right. I think if anyone can make that movie happy, we relinquish the intellectual property of that. I think for the greater good, I'm willing to say whatever we need to make that movie happy, Pixar will not sue you for that idea. Publicly stated here.
That's fair.
Okay. All right. Next game.
Just off the rails.
Panthers at Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 3.5 points.
You know what? Panthers, not bad. Seahawks, kind of not bad too. I could see that. I could see the Panthers winning this game.
Ooh.
They've been kind of like, okay, are we like coming? Are we rounding the corner here? There's like signs of life. There's like a little bit of a pulse. They've kind of raised themselves off the floor a little bit, but can't quite. I need to see one more like a statement from them before I pick them. But I'm gonna go Seahawks here. They're at home. Yes, they almost lost to the Rams, which is a big cause for concern. I'll be honest.
But divisional game.
Divisional game. Let tight.
Divisional game.
Hey. So that's fine. But I'm not feeling great about them. However, Gino, 300 yards. He looks so good. But then he always throws like 2 to 3 passes a game. They're like, that's gonna get picked. And thankfully, this year it's gone all Gino. Those have just been little drops, a little overthrown. They're fine, but haven't hurt us too bad. So anyway, going Seahawks. Don't love it though.
Yeah, I'm Seahawks. I'm feeling pretty good about that pick. I think Panthers just got so many uphill battles they're fighting, and yeah. So Seahawks all the way. Lock it in. Okay, his next game flexed to a Sunday night football game. So NFL thinks they'll get some views. Miami at Chargers, and Miami favored by 3.5 points.
Very fitting that you said Miami at Chargers and not Los Angeles, because Chargers don't really have a home.
Yeah.
They have no home base. They don't have any fans. It's the way it is. There'll probably be a lot of Miami fans here, actually.
That'd be sick to go SoFi and watch the Miamis beat the Chargers.
Yeah, you should have went this weekend, man.
That would have been fun. But I feel good about the Dolphins here. I feel real good. They're coming off a loss, but
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it's tough to a game. Sometimes that happens. I don't want to see that to become a trend though, because I don't want to see maybe teams have kind of found something in the tape that can kind
Yeah.
of limit Tua with his reads and throws. But it was one game. We'll see. Let's not make it a pattern. And Chargers, they're just like lifeless, man. They're just so just Chargers being Chargers. Like
Blah.
what? How do they continue to do this week after week, year after year?
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous. So
6
just out
and
of
6.
principle,
Classic
alone,
Chargers.
not picking them. So
Yeah.
honestly, so I'm gonna go Miami. No, thank you, Chargers. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going Miami too. Okay, Monday night we got New England at Arizona. New England favored by 1.5 points. Ryan, what do you think? Your boys.
My boys, they're just awful this year. I'm out on Mac. It's just I don't know what's going on here. Let's just bring Tom Brady back next year. Bring him back, and we'll do one more year. He'll suck. We'll suck. But hey, one last swan song, and we'll have a fun year.
That'd be fun.
And then 5 years of misery. That's it. That's what's happening. I really hope he comes back. That would be fun. But
is that obviously it's a possibility, but do you see is there any indicators that actually could happen?
I think there's some smoke. I think there's some. I'd say maybe like a 25% chance.
Oh wow. Because it's like he's done. His contract was 1 year. Bucks is free agent after this. So someone will sign him if he wants to play, right? For sure.
Yeah, and like he has no more family. Like
right. You move wherever
like he's got so he can do whatever he wants. He's gonna play football until at least 3 more years, probably.
I mean,
and then so go ahead.
I mean, he does have kids still. Like they are still his children, but
as if he cares. Come on.
As if he knows their names, dude.
Yeah, it's Tom Jr. and what? Like I don't know. Like come on. It's so I don't know. Like Pats they're just not good. Mac is I don't know what happened to him. Huge step back this year, and I don't like it. Arizona, awful again. Like Kyler Murray contract. I say it every week. No, thank you. They're home though, so maybe I guess they'll put up some sort of fight. But I don't know, Zach. What do you think? I don't really have a read.
Bit more optimistic on the Cardinals. I feel like they're decent. They got some pieces. They can do some things. Murray can run the ball. Is a Justin Fields wannabe, you know? And so I feel decent about this game. Not optimistic, but I'm more than happy to take this flyer. 1.5 points. Always love an underdog when I can grab it. And this seems like a great opportunity for that. So lock in the Cards.
That's true. I think my specialty is knowing who's bad. I think that's where I really got to focus in. And Pats, you ain't good. So we're going to fade them and we're going to go Cards.
Okay. Do you have a total combined score for this game?
I'll go 44.
Nice. The line is 44.5. So I'm probably a bit under that. I'm thinking 40. Picks are in.
Picks are in.
I just want to give a shout out before we do a quick review of this cup. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. This is it says picks are in.
Custom cup.
And shout out, and there's our logo there. So shout out to Jebs, who's in the league, who made us that a couple years ago. And just so
honestly really nice.
Yeah. Do you have yours? You got one, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Just so happened I was drinking out of it, so I thought we'd shout her out. Thanks so much for that. Let's go to our leaderboard and do a quick little review.
Mm.
Speaking of the Cardinals, is it in the cards? 14-1.
Oh, hello. 14
Mr.
and 1.
Yeah, Mr. Evan, who's a
Wow.
Cardinals fan. And number 2 Triple Crown Cup.
Wow.
It's funny that
The
1 and
boys.
2 are like cheering of like cards aren't great, cup is out. But maybe that's the key.
Mm.
You get good picks if you do that. Barbzilla 12-3, pretty good. And
Not
me
bad.
11-4, a little bit worse.
Ooh, really bad. That's embarrassing, honestly.
So yeah, Nikki Nine-Door, number 1. I don't think anyone can come back on this.
No.
7
I don't think
points.
so. She just has the touch this year. Like what? Like how? Like every week. I don't understand.
I would say she was cheating if I knew it was not possible to cheat. Like,
Are you sure about that?
I mean, my cybersecurity is not great, so probably.
Password 123.
I mean, it's yeah, it's like Pixar and podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe, but we'll shout out Nikki Nine-Door, great job. Cool. Anything else?
That's it, Z. That is it.
Okay, well, follow me, Zazumon with 2 Z's. I don't know. You probably can't find me on TikTok. I don't know. But if you want to, we're gonna do some football card breaks, maybe some baseball card breaks. Have fun out there. Stay safe. That's it. All right. Thanks so much for
That's it.
joining. We'll see you next week. Bye.